I get terrified of the camera. None of that matters anymore. None of that matters anymore. You gotta get started. You gotta grow. Y'all, Shaka Khan, are y'all aware that Shaka Khan is doing meditations on TikTok? Did y'all know that? Hey, Sahana, who's out here? Who is out here so I can shout you out? Y'all, Shaka Khan is doing meditations. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Did anybody know that Shaka Khan, let me get this towel. Did everybody know that Shaka Khan was posting meditations? That is crazy. I'm coming back. Here it comes. I don't understand. Did anybody know that? Baby, I'm listen. Let me tell you. When I tell you I was done, I said, baby, ain't no excuse. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. Some of y'all been teaching meditations for how long? Some of y'all been teaching meditations for how long? And I can't get y'all to do a reel. And y'all laughing. Y'all laughing, but I have not had the internet for 4 months. Some of y'all that follow me on Facebook, you already know. I have not had the internet in 4 months. I'm living a brand new apartment or whatever. And they've had our addresses mixed up and all kinds of stuff. So they just installed it today. So all the lives are coming. Okay. All the lives. I got a lot of catching up to do. Shaka Khan is not beating me in 2025 in her 70s/80s. Are you kidding me? Tell me something good. No more excuses. Everybody right now, and I'm going to say this with love. I'm going to say this with love. If you have been fearful of putting yourself out there, if you've been fearful of putting yourself out there, if you've been telling yourself, like, I just don't know how people are going to take, I don't know how people are going to take it. Y'all, we have a lot of opportunity right now to get in your bag. You got to get in your bag. So what am I saying? Where am I coming from? You need to get monetized on these apps. You need to get monetized on these apps. I'm going to say it again. You need to get monetized on these apps. And I say that with love. I told you, if you're a pretty girl, you need to be capitalizing. There's no reason why you pretty and you ain't got no money when you got Wi-Fi and the camera. So all of y'all that talk about, oh my gosh, the older women are jealous of the younger women. No, we're not. We just want you to get in your bag. Okay. I'll be 42 next month. I'm begging y'all to get on this app, and I'm begging y'all to do it. Shaka Khan, y'all, you know who I saw last night? You know who I saw last night? Who I saw last night? A 14-year-old business coach. 14-year-old business coach. Selling digital marketing on Instagram. 14. I can't get full-body grown adults to post more than once a week. I can't get you to do that. I can't get you to be consistent. I can't get you to just put it out there. I just can't get you to. The babies are rolling. Do you hear me? The children are rolling. Our babies are rolling. That the babies are going on. They got a coach now. So now people are going to say, well, what can he teach? And hey, yeah, what can he teach at 14? A whole lot of stuff that you're not. Because y'all got all the experience. You had all these years of corporate skills. You've worked for other people, right? You've done work and projects for other people, but where are you? You still don't think content creation is a real job? You still don't think that content monetization is a real thing? You still think that content creation, you really can't make any money at it? Yes, you can. And you know what? It took me a while to gather myself to understand that yes, you can. But of course, there's transitions in different things like that. Y'all have got to understand where we at. And some of y'all is holding on to these jobs for dear life, and you got people telling you, go get a job. I've worked in HR for 10 years. I worked in HR for 10 years. And I'm going to tell y'all this too. Jobs have their place. Yes, you learn skills. Yes, you learn how to network. Yes, you learn how the corporate politics, right? You understand how things work. You understand the business acumen of things. You know how to move through spaces. You understand corporate etiquette, right? There's social cues that you take up. There's different projects that you can work on to kind of expand your confidence. That's where you get your start. I've always told people that if you didn't come from old money, if you don't have a well-to-do family, right? Then the jobs are your training ground, especially when you know you're anointed to do bigger work. When you're anointed to do something bigger, when your assignment is big, when you know that there's something inside of you that's saying, girl, some of y'all just too smart for it. I'm telling you, you're too smart for corporate. I'm telling you, if you are in the corporate space and you like this every day, I knew that. You get my drift. And you sitting there like, I already knew that. Like, why didn't they just do it like this? Like, and look, and you give a suggestion, and they be like, oh, that was such a good idea. Thank you, Eleanor. That was such a good idea. Thank you. How did you think of that? Girl, because that was simple. That was simple. So for some of y'all to come in and you know the work and you know what you're supposed to be doing, and you go home every single day crying. You get in the parking lot, you cry. You get in the office, in the bathroom, and I just don't know what, because you ain't supposed to be there. You know what I mean? The people right now that's talking about, I need a job, and it's in them. They can't go to sleep without getting up in the middle of the night with, you need to get started. You need to grow this. You need to create this. And then you look at everybody else and you keep thinking that the market is saturated. Thank you for the gift. You think the market is saturated. You think everybody is already doing, like everybody's a coach now. You're not. There's nothing wrong with everybody being a coach. You know why? Because the top 1% of coaches are making $100K a year. There are a lot of people that call themselves coaches and not coaching anybody. They're just on here calling themselves a coach in hopes that they will step into the role of a coach, but they don't have any clients. I've been coaching full-time for 5 years. I've been a coach for 10. And I'm gonna tell you this too. Let me help you with this. Some of y'all that's been sitting on these gifts and talents, you have no excuse anymore. Everybody's on the same level playing field, just about. Everybody's on the same level playing field. What do I mean by that? Everybody got a phone, everybody got a Wi-Fi. If you don't have any money, if you're broke, if you're struggling, you want to be. Now, before I hurt your feelings, before you get in your feelings, listen to what I'm telling you. The world is going in two different ways, haves and the have-nots. We already there. Then you got content, right? So you have content monetization, and then you have the other end, which is on the tech, the AI side, on the back end of things. There's some people that's still saying, you know, I'm just going to do this, and I'm just going to do the back end of stuff. I'm just going to do projects, project management, doing it. And then you got people like myself. Content is what I'm doing. I got a membership, the Contrarian Collective that I do. That's on Thursday nights, courses, and I'm coaching, giving y'all details on here, but the intimate spaces, workshops, speaking engagements, that's where I'm at. This is the divine feminine era. I'm gonna give you another one. A lady, I just shared this with my friend. Lady, 1 million followers. Never heard of this lady before. Just the other day, like two or 3 days ago, I didn't even notice. She started following me, and I'm like, who is this? Like, and then I just, left it alone. I just happened to go on there today, and I'm like, this woman coming at my timeline again. Y'all, 1 million followers. Black woman, look like me. Posting content. I mean, she probably posts, I know, about 25 times a day, which ain't nothing wrong with, because I think, you can schedule your content and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. People going on. People are going on. And you're gonna have people that are, and I need y'all to catch this. I've said this before too. You're either going to be paid by views. Hey, Nikki. You're either going to be paid by views, or you're going to be paid by those in the top 10% of your audience. But the rest of y'all, the rest of people, 90% is going to be paying you in views. Did y'all catch what I just said? What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. What a time. Views, or the top 10%, is going to be the ones that pay you for your communities, membership sessions, classes, and things like that. The rest of the people going to be paying you by watching you. Y'all, there was a lady. I got all these case studies in my head because I've been wanting to talk about this stuff for so long. I've been wanting to talk about this stuff for so long because I'm like, I can't wait till I get because my internet is up now, so I ain't got no excuse. I'm gonna be live, baby. Everybody better tap in. You better tap in, because we're going live, okay? And I'm gonna always have something valuable to talk about. Kendra said, even the LinkedIn owner said 9 to 5 is gonna be gone by 2034. Yep. Kendra, you're absolutely right. This is big. But there was a girl on TikTok yesterday, and Christy, I don't know, Christy not on here. I don't know if Christy on here or not. She tagged me in the person's video, and she said, Coach, look at this. So I didn't looked on there, and I'm like, wow. She said, Coach, she's been on there since 7 o'clock this morning. She went from 7 o'clock to 12, took a break or whatever, and she said she just got back on. Y'all, there was like 900 people on the live, right? They was throwing up gifts like this. She wasn't even talking about anything. Casey, exactly. Casey, that's all too. She wasn't even talking about nothing. She had people joining her on the live and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you, Nikki. I'm trying to tell you. People are using these apps for what they need to be. Content, social media is the new TV. I'm just, you're on here all day. You're on here all day looking. I don't know what to talk about. Don't ever say it. Don't ever tell me that in your life, ever. Don't ever tell me when you got people getting, somebody said this on Facebook the other day, yesterday, and I hollered. Girls in bonnets laying in the bed on live making a killing. Do you hear me? They don't want you to know that. They just want you to think that, they on here making a killing. We talking about them. They're at the bank. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody got an excuse? The imposter syndrome is just ridiculous. You're making this up. You're just making it up. You want feedback. You want people to love you. You want people to. We ain't got time for that. You will always have people that's gonna say whatever they're gonna say, right? But at the end of the day, you've got to have a pulling within you to just say, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to get on here and teach. I'm going to teach. Even if you start at 2 to 3 people, even if you start at 4 and 5 people, even if you start off small, because a lot of y'all want to go big real fast, and you haven't even adjusted your nervous system to even do that. And your nervous system has to be carefully, like it has to mature. Because to go from 0 or 2 and 3 up to 5,000 people watching you, you're gonna go through the shock. So a lot of y'all have been told, prophesied to, and this is gonna be confirmation to somebody that you're gonna be on Good Morning America one day. You're gonna be on Today's Show. You're gonna be on different podcasts, national, internationally syndicated podcasts. You got to start practicing. This is practice. That's good right there. That's good right there. Some of y'all need to start practicing. They asked me, I had a dream I was on Today's Show, but you haven't done it. You got to start the work. You can't go from 0 to 100 in 24 hours. You got to start practicing. This is training ground. Some of y'all don't understand that you got to go through a series of training. Overnight success may take 5 years. I know I said nothing right there. Sometimes your overnight success is going to take 7 years. You got to get to the place of maturity to be able to accept that. To be able to walk in there. That's a whole different mentality. You can't go from there to there. You got to get your nervous system ready for that. You got to get your faith ready for that. Are you kidding me? Yes, Nikki. Absolutely. I believe in that. You got to regulate that. You got to regulate yourself. Your emotions are part of that. And some women, you see all the time, you have all these visions and dreams all the time, but those dreams and visions are the finished work. So when you see something in the spirit realm, it's already done. It's showing you this is where like if you take the path of choice and decide to go this route, you need to ask for strategy and guidance on the way up there. That's the part you're missing. You got to get ready for that. Because a different person up there, come on now, Kima, a different person shows up in that vision. That's good. That's real good. That's real good. That's at the end. It's showing you a glimpse of what is possible, what one of your outcomes is going to be. Because you can stay in the dream state. You can stay in the dream state. I had a dream. Okay, so when you going to get the strategy? When are you going to step into the yes? I'm going that way. Because there's always choices. There's always going to be a choice. I had a speaking engagement a couple of weeks ago. I wouldn't have gotten that speaking engagement if I wasn't going live and doing the content here. It was a paid speaking engagement. I wouldn't have gotten that, and I wouldn't have gotten clients if I didn't show up. You got to show up. I'm just not confident. Get confident then. Do what you got to do to get confident. I don't know what that looks like for you. Well, I feel like I'm not. Find a way. And people love a transformation story. You can start where you are and transform on the way. People love to see you evolve. You forgot you got to evolve. You don't go from here to perfect. And there's no such thing as perfect. I told y'all, if you look on my TikTok account, if you follow me on there, I told you, hey, everybody winging it. I want you to feel some consolation with that. I want you to find consolation in that everybody winging it. Everybody winging it. Everybody trying to find their rhythm. You're going to change over time. You're not going to be the same person as you are today. You're not going to be the same person you was. You changed 5 years, 2020. Everybody shifted. There was a huge shift in 2020, 2021. And now we're here and things are skyrocketing. And so what you're trying to do is, I'm trying to figure it out. Everybody is going at lightning speed. You don't have time to overthink. There is no more time. But ain't it that many people following me? You just started. You literally just started. I tell this story often, and some of y'all gonna hear it again. Those of you who've been following me for a minute. In 2018, 2019. Yeah, 2019, y'all started going live almost every day on Instagram. Well, nobody coming. No, nobody was coming on like that. My best friend was the only one that was coming on my lives. It would be people coming in and coming out, dipping in, dipping out. I ain't have nobody on there like that. And then it was like 2-3 months had passed by, and I was like, girl, I'm not gonna do this no more. My friend said, girl, keep going. Keep going. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I feel stupid. You know how a lot of us sound, right? It's the consciousness of lack. And you're thinking in your mind, like, I'm getting up and doing this thing, and nobody is. And as soon as I was about to give up, I said, you know what? I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I just started going, and people started joining. And so I started releasing digital products. Didn't know what I was doing. Had me a little Wix website, and I'm not saying Wix is bad. Wix and evolved, honey. Wix is their girl. But what I'm trying to tell you is that had me a little Wix website. It had some digital products on there, and people start buying them. Now, I didn't make a lot of money, but I was so proud that year. I made like I made $820 a year. $820 in 2019 from digital products, and I was on top of the world. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, people paid me to do this, and I thought it was so exciting. That was all I needed to see. Some of y'all want to be a millionaire and you ain't put out nothing. You got to stay the path. You want it too fast. You got to build it up. And the longer that you take, now I need y'all to hear me, because even some of my clients don't hear, the longer that you take, the harder it's going to get. Hey, the hard it's going to take for you to get the people that y'all got to stop. You got to stop that. The times have changed. It's changed. You got to build relationships. You got to show yourself approved. You got to get on here and you got to show yourself approved. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop second guessing yourself. You got to like people. You got to love people. Even though people get on your nerves. I know people get on their nerves. I know. Humans going human. I always tell my clients that humans are going to always human. If that ain't never going to stop. As long as we got souls walking around here, that's inevitable. Even if you go live every night, if you could just get to 1,000, If you just get to 1,000 views or followers, you can take it from there. You know, like my best friend used to say, it don't take but one time for a piece of content to catch on fire, to change your life. And it happened a couple of times, actually. It happened a couple of times for me. But this last time, which was April 21st, that number is forever etched in my mind. April 21st was when I went from here to here, fast. It don't take but one. And look, the piece of content that went viral, I was just talking. I was just playing around. I looked at the stat and I said, let me just turn this. It wasn't even in intention. Like it wasn't planned. And that piece of content took off and took me to another round. And all of a sudden, all these different opportunities start popping up. I'm trying to tell you, we're in an era where y'all are going to have to get serious about what you want to be known for. This is legacy content, and especially if you're 35 plus. Now, I'm talking to 35 plus people. You need to start preparing your legacy content. What is the content that's going to circulate? It's going to be kind of like passive. It's going to be passive leads, passive opportunities, passive income. I got that same April 21st piece of content still going. Every single day I'm getting leads. I'm getting sales from that piece of content. I'm not boasting about that. I'm trying to tell you this is what it is. You've got to start trusting yourself. I told y'all 10 pieces of content a day. People like, what you mean 10? Like, baby, 10. You see how we do that? So when you say 10, do you mean like 10 reels or you, baby, 10? Who's live on YouTube? I see a couple of y'all watching. Tell me who's live. You watch a live, comment live. Yo, we gotta stop doing it. So when you, baby, that's fear. Because I'm gonna tell you this: if the coach tell me 10 pieces of content, I'm 10. Okay, 10. And because if I start asking all these questions, I'm not gonna do it. Because I gotta find the hard in it. I gotta find the difficult in that. Because I need an excuse to not do. And when you have the spirit of not doing, the spirit of fear, the spirit of what are people going to say, the spirit of, I don't know, maybe I'm not doing this right, that is corporatization. Come on, Marquita, the spirit of restriction, the spirit of limitation. You are holding back your money. You are holding back your opportunities on purpose because you want everything to be perfect, pretty, and pristine. That is anti. Hey, Tiana, you are in the anti-realm. This is not about aesthetics. You can be aesthetic if you want to, but I'm past that. And I tell people they ain't never stopped me before. They ain't never said, I gotta make sure everything is no, because there's another excuse that you need. You can do that later. You don't have time for that. I got time for that. This is my first time here. Welcome. I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You gotta stop holding back on yourself because you're scared of what people are going to say. Other humans, anybody that talk about you, they ain't got no money. Anybody that talk about you, they don't have anything. They haven't done anything supernatural in the past 5 years. Anybody that will say something to you and tell you that that's crazy and why would you do that in these times that they have not done anything supernatural in their life. They have not done anything progressive in their life in the past 5 years. They haven't done anything. And what you have to do is restrain yourself from talking to these people and telling them what your goals are. And those are goal killers. Those are goal slayers. Those are individuals that want to take you out, and they're doing it unconsciously because they don't even know they're doing it. Most of us have grown under realms or under powers that were rooted in You can only go this far. You can do anything you want to do as long as you don't go past this. Because you go past this, now I gotta look at you and say, what you doing? Because you get too far away from me. And when you get far away from me, that's when I got a problem. Because where you going? See, people want to watch you. They want, and we can call them monitoring spirit, but it's really about people seeing you do the uncomfortable thing that they wish that they can do, but they never done anything. And so a lot of people are complacent. Hey, Kendra. They're complacent. Yeah, get out of there. Tomorrow said they want to handle you. They want to handle. You going too far. You got to come back. Don't tell me to come back. Because even people right now, they can't fathom why you on live. Why you on? Every time I look at her. Every time I look at her, she on live. Girl, bye. Goodbye. Every time I look, I'm just trying to tell you, that's how some people are. That's how some people, let me turn this air, look, let me turn this air down, because let me tell you something, because when I get to going, when I get to roll, and I got this long sleeve shirt on because it was a little chilly in here first, now I didn't got to talking. Now Kayla, the internet is interneting, okay? I told y'all when I get this internet, baby, it was on y'all for 4 months. I did not have the internet here in this place. Okay, that's what I wanted to get to early, and I diverted. I didn't have the internet, so I still got the content in though. It was splotchy, it was botchy. I had all kinds of, but I'm gonna tell you this: I never stopped. I didn't use it as an excuse. I could have said, well, I don't have the internet, and and so it was going back and forth. There was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, which I'm not gonna get to, but just know that just because I didn't have a thing, you got to get into the spirit of by any means necessary. See, I'm one of those type of people. You're not gonna tell me I can't do it. Don't tell me I can't do it. I've always been like that. Don't tell me I can't, because I'm going to tell you I'm going to do it. Because how dare you tell me that? I know it sounds very but don't tell me. There was no excuse for me just because I didn't have something, right? If I didn't have, okay, I don't have the internet, that means that okay, but at the end of the day, it is still my responsibility to find a way to show up, even if I didn't have all of the tools necessary for me to show up in the way that I wanted to. But I still had to show up, because it's not my client's responsibility to go without because I can't show up. I have to find a way. And I had to do it, whether it's by going to the doggone Starbucks, going to the diner up the street, or get on my hotspot. I had to sacrifice. Sometimes I went to my parents. If you see the wooden background in some of my TikTok or my YouTube or whatever, I was at my folks' house. And people tell me I like that wood panel in your office. Girl, it's my folks' house. And I still had to sacrifice. And it was fine, because you know what? I know how to show up without having everything perfect. Is everybody following me? Give me some hearts if you're following me. If everybody is on the same page, we singing from the same sheet of music. Don't tell me I can't. Don't tell me that. Don't do that. You come too far. I'm gonna insert this here, and I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. If you want to get on a content monetization train, you need to get to the Contrarian Collective. That's my membership. We meet on Thursday night, and I'm putting an announcement in Telegram, Contrarians. We're gonna come up with a plan, because everybody needs to be monetized by the summer. Everybody. Find a way. I don't care what we got to do. We're going on a content monetization suite. I need everybody monetize on these 3 platforms by summer. Why am I saying that? Because you need money that's coming from different places. Did y'all hear me? Did y'all, everybody see what I'm saying? It's $197 a month. Get your booty in there. And I love that membership. It's so much fun. We have such a good time in there. Here we go. Here we go. When we're talking about monetization, people got to calm down and think about what is it that I need to do in order to make sure that my transition into content creation, digital creator, digital strategist, or whatever it is, what am I trying to do? What is my plan going forward, right? So you have to do the work on the way. A lot of y'all are trying to do the work first and then you want to do it later. Let me tell you something. You need to heal as you go. Some of y'all are still holding on to the past. You're still holding on to that one experience when, you know, well, you know, coach, I just feel like I need to lose weight first. I need to lose, you know, I lost 50 some pounds last year. Okay. I lost 53 pounds. I'm 5'3", so I'm a little short. So that looked extra on me. Okay. I had to do the work on myself. But that wasn't no excuse for me to stop what I was doing so that I can go and do that. I had to do it on the way in, on the way there. You got to get yourself together as you're doing the work. I don't know if y'all sleep or not, because everybody just stop. YouTube y'all up. Give me some hearts if you up. As you're walking, you're healing as you're walking. You automate your content. Get you a system. Get you some buffer. Get you Metricool. I got Metricool. Get you Hootsuite or some of these other. Use the thing. If you say TikTok is your main place, download TikTok Studio. I was just telling the contrarians. You got TikTok Studio. Use that. But y'all gotta stop this going back and forth. Just choose something. I don't care. Don't tell me, well, what do you think about this? I don't care. Just choose something. Choose something. I mean, my goodness. You got to stop overthinking this. You got ChatGPT. What else? Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What do you mean you don't know what to say? ChatGPT been around for 2.5 years, just about. It's been around here for 2.5 years, and you mean to tell me that you don't know? What are you talking about? It is getting better and better and better. They're releasing all these new models and stuff like that. This is real life. You have ChatGPT. Use the thing. They got the free version. There's no excuse. You just talking. You just talking. Everybody's just talking. I don't know. I just feel like my key audience, my dream. This is another excuse y'all be coming up with something. Well, you know, my dream audience. I feel like they're not looking at me. First of all, you can't. You got to go. You got to do the content so they can find you. First of all, they can't find you if you're not doing anything. They're watching online. It's just where you at. Well, I posted last week and I posted all month and nothing. That's why people trying to tell y'all, like, just close it down. If you're going to complain about not being found, because you know why? Let me tell you, because I'm going to hit y'all in the gut real quick, because they're just going to mess you up. It's going to mess you up because your need for money, you've placed your power and your faith and your belief in money. Then you are the people. That's your issue. Because if you put your faith in God or faith in the universe or faith in whoever you serve, Allah, whoever, you put your faith in your power. Trying to put your faith in the money. That's where you mess up at. That's where you jacked up at right there. Because money is more important to you than the mission. Not understanding than the mission. If I'm in the mission, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, if I'm in the mission, money has to follow me. Money follows a creator who understands strategy. You in a realm of the world. Do you understand? World is system. The world is the system. Come on, tomorrow. She said it's survival mode and service mode. Which one we going in? Because if I'm in service, I'm not just surviving. Money finds you in your purpose. Profits follow purpose. When you in the God realm, when you're in the good realm, when you're in the creator realm, it has to follow you. It shows up every single time. I'm a living witness. I have a kid that's 17 years old, tall as me just about. Why am I bringing it up? Because statistics don't apply to me. Oh, she's a single mom. So that's all the more reason why I'm in my power. You kidding me? I ain't got time to be jaw jacking. We hear about service. We serve. That's what this is about. You're trying to make it about, I'm on my money. Your money is going to come, baby. Your money is always going to come. I don't put my power in money. Let me be straight up. I told people on my Facebook, I went without internet for 4 months. I just, I released my clients from my high ticket program. Do you know how much of a hit I had to take for my business because I looked after my clients more than I did myself? I took a hit in my business because I knew where things were going and I didn't want them caught up. And see, they still, they're like, what the heck? They were surprised, but I knew it was coming. Their nervous system got to get stable. I don't worship money. But some of y'all need to get help and understand it is not about this. That's the reason why, because you want money so bad that you overlook it. On Mother's Day, had clients that blessed me with cash apps. Clients that blessed me with gift cards. Because it's about the soul. When you step into your purpose, and I'm not saying this to get brownie points. I'm just trying to let you know that this is bigger than some doggone, because the system is the system. That's not going to change. A lot of, but you gotta understand, if I stay the path, every single day is a page in your book, and you focus only on today. I need y'all to write that in the comment section, in the chat. Focus only on today. You focus only on today. Stop thinking about next week. Stop thinking about tomorrow. Stop thinking about 6 months from now. Stop thinking about, oh girl, next year. Oh girl, what's going to happen then? If I'm doing what I'm supposed to do today, focus only on today. YouTube, I guess, still asleep. Focus only on today. That's the only thing. You do whatever it needs to be done today. I'm going to say this again. Everything that you need to get done, launch, call, email, write, post, record, document, is today. Focus only on today. Worst case scenarios should not be your default. Worst case scenarios, you're welcome, Nikki. Worst case scenarios should not be your default. You need to only focus on best case scenarios. That's why y'all be messed up. Best case scenarios. This takes a stable nervous system. When I'm stable emotionally, I can create some stuff. I said women have to feel safe before they create art, before they create things, before they create what they want the world to experience. You got to start creating things. What are you creating today? What are you creating in this hour? Are you creating relationships? You need to be doing that. Or you need to be engaging with your audience. If you look on my TikTok, if you find that I get like, I know there's other accounts that are acting like me because they're spam accounts and stuff like that on TikTok is real bad about that. I can't do anything because many times they block me before I can even see them. But if you look on their page and you see that there's no engagement, I engage with my people. I engage with my people. I have authentic comments. I don't copy and paste stuff. I actually talk to people. So that's one way that you'll know it's actually me, because I engage and people know how I talk. So if you get, if somebody's acting like you, coach, okay, you know they ain't me. So block them or report them. Because I ain't got time to go over there and be spazzing out. I don't have that kind of time. You gotta understand, I don't have that kind of time. So when y'all be telling me that I appreciate it, thank y'all for looking out for me, but I ain't got time to be rushing up people. Just report them. You already see, if you go on my page, it's 50, I got 15,000 followers plus, you know, at the time of this recording. I don't have a bandwidth. Look, I don't have a bandwidth. By any means necessary. By any means necessary, focus on today. Yes, get your rest. Yes, you know, get yourself together but even today, I got the internet, right? They hooked me up today. AT&T. Praise be. Thank goodness. Because after this, I'm going to give me something to eat. I'm going to pick up the kid. I may go live again tonight. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. But the internet is the internet. It's on over here. So I'm going to tell you this. You're going to see my face on here, jacking you up, trying to get you to get on your path, trying to get you to wake up. You need to share this live with 2 or 3 people that you know. We got to get on it. I'm growing a community. That's my path. That's my, look, like I told y'all, I'm in my 40s. We coasting. We coasting. We making a difference in people's lives as we coast on. That's it. That's it. But you got to learn skills. You got to get your nervous system together. If you need more support, if you need more, like I need to get in Coach Jay's energy, join the Contrarian Collective. You get paying full and you get the month to month. There's no commitment. It's $197 a month. You get in there, you got a portal of all these trainings. And I think Christina, I got some more trainings coming. I call people by name on here sometimes. So if I know your name and I see you, I'm gonna call you out and say hey to you. Kendra on here. Who is this? Who else is on here? Y'all say some on the YouTubes. Thank you, Christina. She said the trainings are amazing. See, Christina's in there. We have a beautiful, diverse community. I don't play that. Everybody attached to me. You got to be working. You got to go on. I don't play that. Don't come in and just sit and look. You got to. Hey, Cameron. We work. We meet once a week. We meet once a week. You come in at any time. But you got to come in to get yourself together. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, I said just we got to come out of these. I've been into different, when I hear women say things like, I'm investing in so many coaches. You invest in so many coaches, but you didn't do anything. And see, that's the thing. Like sometimes y'all don't trust yourselves. Like all my old clients, some of y'all need to get y'all butt back in the contrarian too, because some of y'all be off too. You need to get yourself together. Like seriously. A lot of my old clients are back. The trees. No, we gotta make it happen. We gotta make it happen. You gotta want to take care of yourself. That's another thing too. And I'm gonna end with this. You gotta get to a place where you gotta want to take care of yourself. You're not a child. You're not a little girl. Okay. I know you want to be a little girl. I want to be a little girl too. I do. I want to just clam up in the corner and put my blankie on and just look at TV, look at Golden Girls all day, look at, whatever, Martin and all of them. I just want to eat popcorn and eat mangoes and grapes. But we have responsibilities. You have responsibilities. You have to grow up. You have to grow up. I'm going to say this again. You have to grow up. Nobody is coming. I know this is what you want, but I'm going to tell you this. Corporate, these platforms, they are the new providers. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Righteous are the people that are doing what is right. So it's your due season. If you could just catch what I just said. All this stuff that they projecting and doing and saying that what's going to happen, it's not going to touch those who are in right standing. Do y'all understand that? When I say right standing, I'm talking about doing your purpose. You in the Father's business. You're doing what is in the mother's business. You're the mother. You're the great mother. Wake up. If you are in your purpose, if you're walking by purpose, if you are in purpose for your purpose, you're in right standing. You didn't miss the mark. It ain't got nothing to do with, is you sinning. No, and we ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about in right standing, doing what is right, which means that you're creating the content, that you're making a difference in somebody's life. What impact are you serving in the world? When people utter your name, what are they saying? And I'm hollering. Let me turn it down. You got to learn what impact are you making? That's how we judge impact. What have you done other than sit and look at everybody? I told y'all got about $2 billion worth of content and stuff in your Google Drive, stuff that you've been writing for years, stuff that you have been talking to people about for years. You've helped so many people get, and you just hold it back because of, I'm an introvert. I don't care about you being an introvert. Get out of that introvert. I know you want to be an introvert. I know you don't want to do anything. You just want to do a little bit here and tiptoe your way to destiny. But this is the time of the season. You just got to turn the camera on and say, God help me. And I'm just going to do what I got to do. Because some of y'all putting too much faith in these jobs, and that's going to be gone too. I just told y'all we got to stop talking to our kids about these jobs. People got mad. People saying, well, I don't agree. Well, I don't care if you don't agree. It ain't about you agreeing. I don't like it either. But things are changing. And I'm okay with the change. See, you got to learn how to lean in. You got to learn how to adapt. That's another thing. Y'all don't know how to adapt. You got to learn how to adapt. You got to learn how to understand where we at. Well, you got to learn trades then. I didn't say trades wasn't a part of it. Thank you, Nikki. It's because times are changing. And the adults, the older adults, they want things to stay the same because they don't like stability. They don't like to sit. But even with trades, you can still get your GoPro. You need to tell your nephews and sons and brothers, he going back to electrician school and he going to be a welder and he go tell him to get a GoPro because he a content creator too. He gonna get some of that monetization coin too. He gonna get on YouTube and he gonna share shorts too. He take a GoPro and he take his phone and a little bit of tripod and hook that thing up and do some content. Amen, somebody. Everybody need a camera in the house. I told my sister that the other day. She was like, girl, I said, let me tell you something. You got 2 babies. I said, you ain't got to show their face. I said, you got children on the doggone YouTube. I said, because I'm tired of us just sliding our feet. This one, see, I be talking like this to my family. They be hollering. They be laughing. Sliding their feet, just slide. You got children on their doggone YouTube. Listen to me, y'all. Babies sitting, coloring on YouTube. The camera ain't got to be in their face. You can hide your baby's face. I mean, you can put the camera back here and just put the doggone let them color on the thing. Let the camera just sit there and let them color. Do you know that children will sit there and watch you color? Did you know that? I got nieces and nephews that are 1 to 2 years old. They sit there and look at that. They do this. They 1 and 2. And they know how to swipe. I'd be like, hey, y'all. I be just watching them like, you got to be kidding me. And they just watching these babies color. And you mean to tell me that what? The content for the children, for the babies. I can't believe y'all. I wish I did have to. See, the reason why mine ain't doing what she's supposed to do because she wrapped up in herself. She's 17. And she don't listen. So I'm going to let her bump her head a little bit because sometimes you got to let her, when they too old to be, I got to let her bump her head a little bit and she going to come and listen. Because I told her, I said, baby, I done made millionaires and you don't listen to your mama. Okay. Go on out there and hit. Go out there and bump your head. You're going to come back. No, she can bump her head. You know I'm being fun. But I told her, this is it. I put my shoes on because I'm ready to go. You got to get your stuff together. These babies watching. Nobody has an excuse. And stop putting in your mind that everybody is saturated because I'm going to tell you this too, is that the more people that start, you ain't got but a little bit that's going to carry on. Podcasts, people will start a podcast and stop. People will start a podcast and don't get past 2 episodes. Won't get past 5 because they overthinking about stuff. Then they stop and it is sitting there idle. People start a YouTube channel. Won't even put a video out, but got all these videos saved in the back because of some made up reason. I got to get my branding together. Girl, nobody cares about that. Get in Canva, change the banner, and put that darn thing up there and be through with it. I got to get a photo shoot first. Please stop. I haven't had a photo shoot since 2019. Please stop the cap. If my daughter heard me say that, Mama, please don't say it again. Time to change everybody. The city complain. Yep. Katrina said, well, yep, my older 2, 25 and 22, letting them learn the hard way. Yep, because some of them just, they care about what their friends say. And that's what their friends think. Well, Mama, we ain't doing it. Okay. I said, I'm just letting y'all know. You're going to be looking buck-eyed. So now, they're talking about AI at school. Y'all need to get in the contrary. If you just coming in, YouTube just coming in watching, get in the Contrarian Collective, $197 a month. Because we talked about content monetization on Thursday night, and you need to be a part of it. Anyway, they talking about AI at school. I told them they late. I said, y'all late. I don't know why y'all talking about this. And y'all are just conforming to it. Y'all been using ChatGPT to do your homework and stuff. Now all of a sudden you talk about AI and tech and how tech is taking over and all that kind of stuff. I said, y'all, this is 2 years ago. I said, I've been told you that, Gene. You ain't listening either. You don't care. Yeah, but mommy, it was like, we had to. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I said, ain't y'all tired of being late? As soon as ChatGPT launched, I think it was like 2 weeks after they launched, and I saw it come down my timeline on TikTok. I said, I don't even know what it is, but I'm going to sign up for it. I don't even know what it is. I signed up for it so quick, and I'm like, what is this? And my friend was like, girl, what is it? I said, girl, you better get on. I don't even know. Just sign up. Because I'm seeing people talk about this. It's this third TikTok. Get on, honey, and we're going to figure it out. You got to learn this stuff. Now they got AI agents rolling out at the speed of light. It's going to go from business to business to now agent to agent. This is it. Let these kids, because at the rate that we're going, us being late all the time, it's going to cost us. And because you want to see how it works first, you want to see first. I don't know, girl. They said at church that this was okay. You in the church gonna be poor, and Jesus did say that the poor will always be among us. Now that's what he said. That's what it said. The poor will always be among us. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what it says. So I'm cool with it. They're just gonna be watching on YouTube, not YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're gonna be sitting in their bed looking. Don't you know there's people right now? Look at me. Don't you know there's people right now that going live and they taking naps? I've never seen it. I've never seen this era. Like, this is crazy to me. They in the bed sleep and people watching them take a nap. But you know how insane. That's crazy. When y'all see bizarre stuff like that, I love when y'all send stuff like that to me because I just be like, this. What an era we're in where people, it's a lady, real pretty lady, attractive, slender, y'all, she don't do nothing but cook. She wash and do her dishes. She go out and do her laundry. She go outside and pick her little, whatever little flowers or whatever. People just sit there and watch her. She don't say nothing. Very attractive one. Don't say nothing. And they sit and watch this lady. And you can't do a 10-second something. I can't get you to do something. I can't get you to post I can't get you to even make a post. I say 10 posts and y'all immediately go into cardiac arrest. Why? That's crazy, right? Well, all I know is we're going on. Period. Period. Get y'all Buddhists in a contrarian. You just gonna sign up because some of y'all stubborn and you want everything your way. And you want to sit there. I don't think I need that. Yes, you do, because you still ain't at your target. You're still off. I just want some high level. You're not there. There's sometimes you got to get back to the basics. You need to get some mindset and you need to get yourself together. I don't downplay my coaching. We're going to go and get a plan in order so y'all can monetize. I don't know, Courtney. What she say? Can you say I tried it once? I went to sleep on TikTok and tell why I got 25K views. That's what I'm saying. Kendra. They take naps over here and they got 25,000 views and TikTok gonna send them some money. I love it though. I am so interested, like stuff like this interests me. Like I'm so in awe about it. I like innovative space and digital stuff. Like I just think it's so fascinating to me. It's very fascinating to me. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm really not. I think it's absolutely amazing. What a time. Like some people complain about that. I don't complain about that. I think it's fascinating. We got to do something else other than sit and look and complain. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So I'm expecting some of y'all to jump into the contrarian. We're going on, period. Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's when we are meeting to talk about our content monetization plans. So if you are still struggling with getting monetized, you need to, because I'm telling you, everybody is going, you're going to have to get, you're going to have to get yourself together. I'm monetized on 3 major, like, what, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. I'm working on Instagram. Even though I can't say Instagram, I'm going to lean in though. Y'all need to get together. And Facebook, if you got that little, if you are monetized and you got some notice that said that your monetization access was gone or something like that, because I know a lot of people got that yesterday. People are like, oh my God, the monetization program is gone. No, it's not. Because see, this is what happens when people don't calm down and chill out and think. What you have to do is shake your phone, report it to Facebook and tell them that for some reason my monetization privileges are gone. I am monetized. According, all you gotta do is, if they kick you out, all you gotta do is shake the phone and tell them, my monetization privileges are gone. I'm not quite sure why, because I did not get a notice or a warning that anything had happened. I am monetized on other platforms, and I'm trying to understand why Facebook or Meta has deactivated mine. If that's the case, I'll create all this good content for Meta or Facebook only for y'all to take it away. That's unstable for my content creation career. Guess what happened? That was last night. That was yesterday around what, 6 o'clock, something like that. And I ain't even say nothing to nobody. I put it in the group. I told them, I said, y'all, it's a glitch. All you gotta do is let them know. The girl removed my comment. She said, no, that's not that. I said, okay. This your group, boo. This your group. I'm just trying to tell people, like, everybody freaking out. They say coins. I went on ahead and let them know. Y'all, literally 11 o'clock at night, they restore my account. Money back on there again. It's fine. Like Meta is probably the shakiest one, because everybody else, in my opinion, been pretty stable. But Meta's about the only one that's a little off. I have friends where YouTube pay their rent. I had 2 friends like that. YouTube pay their rent. YouTube paying mortgages. YouTube is buying houses. TikTok is buying folks' houses. Y'all stop thinking this stuff is a game and it's a hoax. These people are making money out here. These babies, especially the younger they are, they ain't playing. Making millions and millions of dollars, and you just sitting there looking. I ain't looking at them all. Okay, I'm gonna go. There we go. There we go. All right, TikTok. I'm gonna go live again. Probably go live again this evening. I'll let y'all know. I'll email my list and let y'all know, but get in the room. Sign up for a strategy session if you want one-on-one. But we're going. I'm going to get my child. Bye. Bye, TikTok.